Hello, hello. Welcome to Self-Care Society. Welcome to Winning the Week. My name is Danika Brysha. I'm going to be your guide for today's class. This is going to be a great class. As you can see, I'm not in my normal location. And this is like the amount of beautiful plants behind me and this art is, I'm thrilled. So we're in California. We're actually going to Disneyland today. And we are part of this really cool home swapping site. And we're staying at someone's home while they're away. They're not staying at our home. It's very cool. If you want information, send me. I have a link that gives you like extra credit. So you can send me a SCS message. That wasn't the point of this. My point was giving credit to where credit is due for this beautiful space to the person whose home we are so graciously allowed to stay at for a few days. So anyway, darling, welcome to Self-Care Society. So great class plan today. Very OG self-care checklist. I just really wanted to bring it back to this because this is the stuff for me that has really worked. Like it's just the stuff that the basic simple exercises that I do consistently and have been doing for a decade that really move the needle and are also relevant at any point in time. So that's the plan for today. Okay, so we'll get started with a quote, and this comes from Stephen R. Covey, and maybe some of you have read his book, now I'm blanking, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People or something of that nature. Anyway, he says, begin with the end in mind. Start with a clear understanding of your destination. It means to know where you're going so that you better understand where you are now and so that the steps you take are always in the right direction. Okay. Begin with the end in mind, having that clear destination so that the steps you are taking are always in the right direction. So, oops, I forgot to hit paste. So this is what we do here, right? We're here because we all see the value in pausing to say, where am I going? What do I want? What's my intention? Living an intentional life and taking the time to actually plan for that and taking the time to check in with yourself on what you want and to do that regularly because we are human beings and we evolve and grow, and to ask yourself where you want to go and to start with that in mind. And most times we don't know how we're going to get there, right? But I always say life is like a GPS. You only need to know the destination. There's so many routes that can get you there. There's so many detours that might happen along the way and different roads you might take that you wouldn't have expected to on your normal route, right? And oftentimes you don't know how to get there, right? But you figure it out along the way. And that's how life is too, and dreaming and all of that. So anyway, we're gonna be doing that today. That's all woven into just this class that is meant to help us live intentionally and with a focus on the week ahead of us. Okay. So our first exercise is a journaling brain dump. This is to get the juices flowing, to check in with yourself, just an opportunity to say, hey, what's going on with me? How do I feel? Etc. Okay. So my example, you're just going to free write, checking in with yourself on whatever is going on with you right now. Okay. So my example, I said, I'm feeling super grateful today to be on a getaway with my little family and to take our girls to Disneyland today. I slept pretty well and I'm glad I took care of lingering to-dos yesterday so I can be fully present today at Disney. I love this time of year and I'm also feeling really excited about the things I'm working on and so on. Okay. To be honest, I'm in a good spot right now, so it wasn't like there wasn't this crazy amount of depth that came up, maybe you're going through it and you have things that you want to get up and out, but it's okay if you're just kind of like, I'm cool, but let me still give myself the space to check in, because usually as we flow for a while, and we're going to have about 4 minutes here, more stuff comes out, right? So about 4 minutes and for this brain dump journal, and then we'll come back. One more minute. You can come on back, wrap that up whenever you're ready. We'll move into our next exercise, which is our gratitude practice. And I know that many of you here are familiar with writing gratitude. And as I said, we're not doing anything fancy today. This is like the traditional OG self-care. But gratitude is this beautiful tool that allows us to start reprogramming our mind to see what is working instead of what isn't. Because I know it's so easy for us to look around and say, that's left undone and that didn't work out. And it's so easy to focus on that stuff because oftentimes that's the contrast, right? That is more like there's more contrast to, right? So it draws our attention. So gratitude is this beautiful practice. I find that gratitude in the mornings, I always write every day on my life sheet. I do gratitude, and now I've added writing prayer, but sometimes it kind of can just merge together, right? And I sort of start saying thank you for what I want to call in, as if it's already arrived. So use this however you'd like to use it. It's just simple gratitude. But I will encourage you to, if it feels good, to add a little bit of like a because statement to your gratitude. So instead of just saying like, I'm thankful for my mom, you would say, I'm thankful for my mom because, and how they make you feel. Okay. And it just helps, I think, align a little bit more with your why and why you feel that way. So my examples, I said, thank you for a flexible schedule that allows us to go on adventures together whenever we please. I'm so grateful for this time of year when it warms up and things start to bloom because it brings excitement for growth and fruit and memories made in the garden. And thank you for the resources to buy healthy food and to invest in our health as a family. It is the foundation of a long and beautiful life. And I feel so fortunate to have the access I do. Okay. So what are you feeling grateful for today? This can literally be anything, and you can do it in any format. All right. So about 3 minutes here. one more minute. I'd love for you to share in the chat what you're grateful for. What are you grateful for today? What came up through this practice? Okay. I love this. Kim says, thank you for a regular Monday morning at home that allows me to reset and return to a healthy, nourishing routine. Yes. Beautiful, Kim. And that's the contrast too, right? Like we have this conversation with my partner, Bill, every time we travel. Like, and we're so excited. We're so grateful for the ability to go on adventures. But like for me, that feeling of coming home, even like a couple of weeks ago, we went to go on an RV trip and our brakes made a lot of weird noises. So we were in the RV for maybe an hour before we went home. And honestly, I still had that feeling of like, we're home after vacation. And we've been gone for an hour. We didn't even get out of the RV. So yes, that contrast is so beautiful. And yeah, I think that gratitude has, for me, changed things really powerfully. So keep it up. It's a good practice to do as often as you can. So yeah, feel free to continue sharing if you'd like. We'll move on to our next exercise, which is our intentionality exercise. So this is something that was on, again, my original self-care checklist, which varied and changed and evolved. But I really liked to sort of give myself a moment to say, what are the top things that matter this week? What are the things that need to get done? Okay. So for example, you're going to take a couple minutes to identify the week's top to-dos and then identify the top few to-dos for today. Okay. So this week for me, we have private chef trials for our client in Los Angeles that we are supporting. I want to enjoy connected and present time with my family while we're in California, and I want to finish our tax planning, tax organizers. And then today, this one was a little bit hard for me, to be honest, because we're going to Disney today, and usually it's so easy to just be like, okay, these are my top work to tasks, and these are the things I need to do. So a little bit unique, but that's a good practice, right? Because all of it's productive. Rest is productive. Doing nothing is productive. So for me, for today, my examples were having a present and fun experience at Disney, releasing my expectations for how our day should look or go, and to stretch and take some time to stretch. Okay, so just about 2 minutes here. Top priorities for the week, top priorities for the day. All right. Wrapping that up. So I was just asking quickly in the chat if your music was staticky because I thought that it might just be my computer because my toddler spilled coffee on it not long ago, but it sounds like it is. So I apologize for that. We'll figure out what that is. It might just be because it's sharing the sound from my computer, and that's my computer. So I don't know. It's a little bright. Anyway, I love this. Elizabeth says, today, create a positive environment or mindset and continue to manifest my true desires. I mean, love that for you. Love that for everyone. Love it. Beautiful. So yeah, if you want to share any of your top to-dos, feel free. We'll keep moving. Our next exercise is an affirmation practice, and this is called Affirming You this week. And I love affirmations because affirmations help us change and control. I don't love that word control, right? But like guide our mindset and our self-beliefs, right? So oftentimes you see them as I am blank, right? So we're gonna do that. We're gonna make it a little bit more elaborate if we can, and it's just thinking about who you want to show up as this week, how you want to be. So it might feel like BS when you write it, and I think that's an important thing to say. It's like the goal of this is to change the inner dialogue. So especially if you're someone who tends to be really critical of themselves, really harsh, we're rewriting that script. And just the simple act, even if it's for 30 seconds of your day of rewriting that script and telling yourself a different story, makes a difference. Okay, so you're writing an affirmation statement to affirm who you wish to be this week. This can be a simple I am blank statement or a more elaborate sort of affirmation motto. Okay, so here's my example. This week, I am balanced. I witness the beautiful ways that I can live a multidimensional life, pursuing my dreams, taking time for myself, and being a present mother, partner, and friend. I am vibrant, clear, magnetic, and so grateful. Okay, so this is sort of my guiding affirmation motto for the week. Okay, so now we'll take a couple minutes and you can do the same. About one more minute here. Love for you to share in the chat your affirmation. Feel free to share if you'd like. Some awesome stuff in the chat. Kim said, lately I've been using success is obsessed with me in my daily planner. Not sure where I saw it, but I love it. I love that too. It's so great. And Elizabeth said, every week in my weekly pages, I write down how to make the week great for my 6 main goals, like home, partner, or learning, hobbies. etc. That's either a single goal or small daily actions. Then I see them all week long and can mark if I achieved them totally, mostly, or not at all. So awesome. Thank you for sharing. I cannot stress enough how valuable the sharing of wisdom is here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Wendy says, I am calm and at ease while I check things off my list. Kim says, I am in exactly the right place at the right time. The universe is conspiring in my favor and delivering abundance in all forms. The wait is over. My time is now. Kim, yes. Jess says, I am present, kind, and I see the best in everyone. I am strong, flexible, and I believe in myself. Jess. Carrie says, this week I am fully aligned to the person I am and supported by actions that help me expand and evolve. I am clear, capable, positive, joyful, vibrant, and at ease. Beautiful. And Keely says, I am healthy and healing. I allow my body to tap into all of its natural God-given self-healing abilities. I am well. Yes, Amanda, I am not worried if I'm doing a good enough job. I am not held up by the thoughts in my head. I am in control and well-being, and I am joyful, seeing my days as opportunities. I am present. Amazing. You guys are amazing. All right. So let's move on to our next exercise, our final exercise, which is one of my favorites, something that has had a great impact for me as well. And it's a future biography exercise. So you're just going to think about yourself about 5 to 10 years in the future. Imagine someone is sharing a short biography about you. What do you hope they will say? What are you doing? Where are you? What is life like, etc. So my example, Danika Brysha is living a beautiful and balanced life with a huge positive impact. First and foremost, she loves being a mother and raising her children to live a healthy and meaningful life. They spend so much time outdoors and especially love all the time they spend in the garden and processing their harvests into healthy meals. Danika continues to lead Self-Care Society, helping thousands to live a more aligned and intentional life. Her healthy private chef agency took off and has had a ripple effect of impact in this world. Danika and her family have the perfect balance of travel and home time, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so allow yourself to just think, what might I want someone to say in the future about me? Okay, so about 3 minutes and then we'll wrap up. Come on back. Hopefully you're feeling inspired and you allowed yourself to expand and dream a little bit this morning. And I hope that this class as well was the perfect start to your week. Again, simple yet effective self-care tools, journaling practices that for me have been really foundational and really powerful in my life. So I hope that you never stop dreaming and that you never stop expanding and evolving and checking in with yourself. And, you know, I say this often, but we really are we're meant to follow the desires we have, because I believe that those desires are the ways that we can serve this world best. And we can be the greatest gift and the greatest impact to others and our planets and all of it. So keep following that. Be really proud of yourself for being the type of person who takes the time to do this work. And yeah, I love you all. Thank you for the Disney love. Send me love at the 3-year-old and 1-year-old at Disneyland today. All bets are off, but I will bring my coffee and we'll go from there, and a lot of snacks. All right. I love you all. I'll see you very soon. Thanks for being here.